Bringing my last 3 pots of ground cherries to the garden. So here is all my pots from the deck. And here's my last 3 ground cherries. So here's all tomatoes. There's all tomatoes. Here's some flowers and melons. Mostly flowers. Space is reserved for direct sow. This whole interior keyhole is going to be where the melons and squashes live. And over here's the ground cherries. Herbs, perennials, asparagus, berries in there. Here's some more flowers. I've got brassicas on the left, peppers on the right. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So all the tomatoes are in. Let's go over them. I put 1 in the ground and leave the rest in the pot. So this is Dr. Ritchie's yellow. These are probably going to be sold, but not until I know these are going to do okay. As you can see, there's some transplant shock and it's going to get worse. So we have honeycomb hybrid, sorrel wah, painted lady, get stuffed. This guy lost his tag, but I'm pretty sure that's the other sorrel wah. Pennsylvania Kindis, Cherokee purple, and I have 2 breeds of indeterminate that I haven't planted yet. So these are the Romas that came from Italy from my good friend Laura. And this is the Opalka paste tomato. Here's a great example of transplant shock. This is a Pennsylvania Kindis from a 1.5 pound tomato I grew last year. Hopefully he comes back because I only got 1 of those. Russian Azoichka, Thorburn Lemon Blush, White Oxheart. I only got 1 plant, but it's looking good. This was from the 2020 season, my 15.9 ounce Pennsylvania Kindis. Crushed Heart. These guys have been flimsy since day 1, so I'm not expecting a lot, but I have 1 in the ground and 2 in the pot. Oh, Black Beauties is struggling. That transplant shock. These are Orange Accordion. And this is my single Mr. Stripey. I did give him some support. So that's all the tomatoes. I believe we landed at 18 types this year. This is the loofah zone. If you have been tuning in regularly, you will know that there is... So this loofah grew a bunch of babies, and I took them out and put them in here, and I had a couple extra ones over here. But now it's grown like 40 more, so I have to get those out of there and pot them up too. But this is my big baby, and he's going in today. Okay, the squashes don't look happy. The transplant did not go well. I think for this side, I'm just going to stick the whole pots, like take the soil block out of the pots and put it right in the ground. This does not inspire hope in my breast. Anyway, Baby Blue Hubbards, Candy Roaster, Early Dew Honeydew Melons, whole mess of watermelon, Yushi Changbing Gua, only got a couple of these, and Buttercup. I left these together because I was starting to see this happening and getting worried, and I was able to get 1 separated. But these guys, I'm just going to stick the pots right in the middle and train the plants out, because it's just, I don't want to mess with these. So we have to get planted still Strawberry Crown, Red Curry, Kabocha, Butter Bush, White Scallop. This goes with the zucchinis. And Honeyboat Delicata. Got some cucumbers here. Gonna climb on this trellis. So we have some regular emerald zucchinis, the white scallop squash, 49er hybrid, and gray zucchinis. Got a bunch of potatoes here ready to go. Calling a brief rain hiatus. These are my mushroom logs. Gonna leave my juice. Take my bag. Yep, time to go in. A lot of metal over my head here. Hopefully it won't be long. So we are in the rose hole, and this is my loofah. And you may recall I had taken a bunch of babies out of here, but more have come. So I'm going to try and get rid of them again without destroying them or this beautiful other plant that I've been growing for months. Actually, I don't think I can film this, unfortunately. Anyway, more babies. Okay, I was quite violent and I lost a bunch, but I don't even care anymore at this point because there's so many. So here's 8 more babies, and there's 2 here, and then 2 just peeking out right here. I'm just going to put the whole pot in the ground. I mean, not with the pot, but the whole soil block, and let them go, and I'll just keep digging them out as they get stronger and bring them to the flea market. So I'm really excited to sell seedlings this year. I will also, though, never again declare an entire baggie of seeds non-viable and dump them in a pot, because sometimes they're not viable, apparently. Anyway, about to get this guy in the ground. All right, progress report. The boho has been decorated. All the ground cherries are in. The loofah went in beautifully. All the squashes are in. These ones I broke up from their pots. These ones I didn't. Gonna do a little experiment. Tomatoes are done, like I said earlier. And yeah, I got a lot of my stuff hung back up. I got the Thunbergia untangled and put it in its permanent pot for the year. So it bloomed for me on our first day. It bloomed on planting day. How much more perfect could it get? I don't know. There's that delphinium over there. Just kidding. Just kidding. Now we start the peppers. All the peppers are in. 3 cayennes right here. Red bell. Mystery peppers. Red bell. Red bell. Red bell. 3 shishito plants. And 2 orange bell. Probably going to do the cabbage next. Okay, so I have just returned from my work day. And it rained like crazy yesterday. I did not get to finish my planting out. However, I feared not. I feared a lot, actually. So I was afraid for my plants because they looked really bad after the transplants yesterday. And then we got this crazy storm and I was like, well, that's it. Everybody's dead. But they're not. I came out to leave for work this morning and it was looking grim. I was very concerned. But I'm home now and it's a like night and day difference. So as you can see, all the loofah's leaves have turned to the sun. And these are the plants that look like they were dying yesterday. After their transplant. And some of them still may. Like, here's this guy. He does not look good. I don't know. These are the ones that I put in clusters as part of the experiment. I'd say almost zero transplant shock here, because I literally didn't touch the root ball. The delphinium is in the ground, but it needs more soil and possibly a board. Ground cherries, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14, 15, 17, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. How amazing is that? Peppers look so much better. A couple of stragglers, struggling guys here. This pepper doesn't have a head. There's no main stalk. I think it's a mutant. This shishito is sad. And this bell is sad. But we'll give them another day. I'm quite sure they're going to bounce right back up. Here's my beautiful Thunbergia in its final pot for the summer. Here's tomorrow's bloom. As yesterday's fades. Something I love about vining trumpet flowers is their fleeting nature. It's a constant reminder of our ever-present demise. The woofy crows are back. What's this? What's this? My first cardinal climber. Nice. Beautiful. That'll go on the archway that's going to go here. Anyway, enough screwing around, I think. It's time to get dirty again. Gonna plant the cabbages today and probably do some of the direct sow. So I'll just make like 20 laps around the garden, popping seeds in where I feel like it, and the berries. I got the strawberries in yesterday and the blueberries. This guy needs a mound. On the plus side, I'm leaving strawberries on this plant as a test for the critters that so far, I am the only one who knows that these are here. Yep. Yum. But see, I threw the top over the fence like a jerkweed, so now they're gonna know. Anyway, trying to encourage this guy to fluff out a little bit. I think that's how that's going to go. Well, anyway, I'd say our first evening of transplanting was a great success. A rousing success, even. And we're going to move over here and finish up these cabbage. Cabbage, it's brassicas, it's cabbage. There's some kohlrabi in there. There's Savoy cabbage and regular green cabbage, and we'll see what happens. Got to get my cucumbers in as well. Those are going right here. There they are right there. Alright, enough screwing around. Time to get busy. Planting day number 2. Let's see what we did today. First off, all the squash I planted yesterday is doing fantastic. There is almost no transplant shock. Same with the ground cherries. Looking good. So I'm going to try accent cabbages. This bed will be potatoes. And then that's my accent cabbage. I finally got that 4th archway put up. I planted 2 flying saucer morning glories here. Put in some cucumbers next to the trellis today. I planted this whole bed. So we have white scallop squash, gray zucchini, 49er hybrid zucchini, and I believe these are kohlrabis. Nope, those two are kohlrabis. These are cabbages. Planted, this whole row is all different kinds of cabbage on the back of the bed. Back there, this row is peppers from yesterday. Cabbage, cabbage, cabbage. I put the Crimson Rambler in on the trellis. I planted the Kiryu Stream Morning Glories. My allergies are killing me. I got the 3 Mystery Morning Glories from earlier in the season put in. All my baby loofahs have stood up. And the leaves on the big boy have turned for the sun, so this guy's officially settled. So now we start potatoes and direct sow, including corn, peas and beans, all the greens. My beautiful Thunbergia untangled and spilling out of its pot. Lovely. So I think that's all that's new today. Super happy about getting this 4th archway up. Now it's complete. We're really starting to get a nice view. Minus the RV. Less and less pots every day. A couple more squashes over there. Lots of flowers to go in. The herbs have to go in. All the direct sow, which I'm dragging my feet on. But, yep. Oh, this is exciting. My scarlet runner beans came up last night. I have millions of zinnias. And I'm going to put them everywhere. This is just one pot. There's another pot. What's that say? Bachelor buttons. Some sunflowers that are going to go in. Probably tomorrow. I don't know. I might still do some planting today. But anyway, that's where we're at. Everything is coming right along. Nice. I have also selected and placed my marigolds at their bed ends. So all my colors have been selected. And I have the ones that are going along this back border. There will be 4 on each keyhole. 4 there. And there will be 2 on each end of each side. So the set of 4 is there, and we'll put 2 over here and 2 directly across. So the colors will match across the aisleway, which will be super fun. And as soon as those zinnias get a little bit bigger, I'll be sticking them in too down these long sides. Probably 4 or 5 per row side, and it's gonna be beautiful, that's for sure. This bed and this bed is officially potatoes. Well, planting time is just about over. I still have a couple of beds of corn to put in, but other than that, we're totally done. I did all my seed sowing, or direct sow yesterday, and I'll be going over some of that in next week's grow log. But this week's grow log will be posted later, so be sure to check that out. But another successful planting time. It used to be planting day on June 1st, but we've upscaled so much, it's become a multi-day affair, so that's okay. But it went great, and now we just sit back and wait. Peace out.